Hey everyone, today I'll be sharing the fundamentals of loop making and setting up the project to loop. This technique is my most commonly used, in which the camera dollies or flies through the scene. I have a simple plane and landscape set up to represent our scene. The first thing to note when setting up the camera movement is your scene's length from end to end. In this case, I simply use my plane's width for reference, which is 1000. I would highly recommend you make a habit of using clean rounded numbers for your personal scene lengths, as it makes it easier to set up for looping. I'm going to group our entire scene's objects together. Next, I'll create a camera and animate the position on the first and last keyframe to travel through 1000. I zeroed out the rotations, 0 on X, 150 on Y, and negative 1000 on the Z axis. I'll move forward to the last frame of the animation and keyframe the camera forward 1000, in this case Z equals 0. Before we proceed, you'll notice the camera speed isn't linear by default, so what we'll have to do is go to the window, F-curve, and from there change our keyframes to linear. If we don't take this step, our camera speed won't be continuous. I'll create an instance of the scene. I'll simply move this instance forward 1000. Repeat this process by making a new instance and moving it again 1000. Depending on your personal projects, you'll want to create 2 to 5 duplicates to really sell this effect. Lastly, make an instance of the original scene and move it backwards 1000. Your camera should now be flying through the loop, but you'll notice in this example a small jump in the far background. There's a couple ways to fix this, and it all depends on what works for your project the best. The first method to fix this involves creating a duplicate of your furthest instance. After you duplicate the instance, go to the first frame of your timeline. Drag and drop the new instance you created just now and make it a child of your camera. Now if you play the animation, you'll have a seamless loop. Our second method of fixing this jump involves animating the very furthest instance on the y-axis. Once again, I'll duplicate the furthest instance. Move the instance forward 1000 once more. Move to the last keyframe of your animation, and then keyframe the y-axis of the new instance. You want to move forward to the beginning of your animation. You want to move the instance downward on the y-axis until the camera can no longer see it. Then keyframe this new position. Now when we play our animation, we will have another seamless loop. Our very last method involves hiding the background of our entire scene, either through the use of objects or atmosphere fog. This will all be possible through your own personal engine render settings, etc. So I won't be able to show you exactly how to set that up here. That's all I have for you guys. I hope to build on top of this tutorial in the future. I definitely appreciate the support. If you're new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing for future tutorials. I'll see you in the next one.